Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Laipyam Asmagama Partha. Second chapter, third verse. Hello?
Yeah.
Klaipyam asmagama partha. Naitatvai upapadyate. Shudram hridaya daurbalyam. Jaktotishta parantapa. Klaipyam asmagama partha. Naitatvai upapadyate. Shudram hridaya daurbalyam. Jaktotishta parantapa. बोलिए.
Shudram hridaya daurbalyam Tyaktavotishta parantapa.
Klevyam asmagama partha. Naitatve upapadyate. Shudram hridaya daurbalyam. Tyakti votishta parantapa.
Klevyam asmagama partha. Netatvai upapadyate. Shudram hridaya daurbalyam. Tyaktotishta parantapa.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. O son of Pritha, do not yield to this degrading impotence. It does not become you. Give up such petty weakness of heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. Arjuna was addressed as the son of Pritha, who happened to be the sister of Krishna's father Vasudeva. Therefore, Arjuna had a blood relationship with Krishna. If the son of a Kshatriya declines to fight, he is a Kshatriya in name only. And if the son of a Brahmana acts impiously, he is a Brahmana in name only. Such Kshatriyas and Brahmanas are unworthy sons of their fathers. Therefore, Krishna did not want Arjuna to become an unworthy son of a Kshatriya. Arjuna was the most intimate friend of Krishna, and Krishna was directly guiding him on the chariot. But in spite of all these credits, if Arjuna abandoned the battle, he would be committing an infamous act. Therefore, Krishna said that such an attitude in Arjuna did not fit his personality. Arjuna might argue that he would give up the battle on the grounds of his magnanimous attitude for the most respectable Bhishma and his relatives, but Krishna considered that sort of magnanimity mere weakness of heart. Such false magnanimity was not approved by any authority. Therefore, such magnanimity or so-called non-violence should be given up by persons like Arjuna under the direct guidance of Krishna. Page number 1. ज्ञानतिमिरस्य
तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहजन रघुनाथं सर्वैकं सावधूतं वैष्णवं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीवासादित्राश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
So, anybody remembers what are the 4 qualifications required for understanding Bhagavad Gita? No. Yeah. Nitya Nitya Vivekam. Next. Bhoga Vairagyam. Samadhama Sampatti. Fourth one is tolerance. Right? Satya Nitya Vivekam, Bhoga Vairagyam, Samadama Sampatti, then Titiksha, tolerance. Right? We need these four qualities to understand Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna has these four qualities. That's why Krishna has chosen Arjuna to instruct Bhagavad Gita again. Right? If you simply cry, what happens? If you simply cry, what happens? It is
sad.
dukkha, right? But if you cry in front of Krishna,
He is all your problem.
it becomes
Love and affection towards Krishna.
क्या सुन रहे हैं आप? It becomes Vishada Yoga. Right? It becomes Vishad Yoga. Yoga means connection with Krishna. Yeah, because Arjuna is crying in front of Krishna. Then Krishna has decided to solve his problem. So now the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called Dvitiyam Advitiyam. What? Dvitiyam Advitiyam. Right? If you keep a lamp at the doorway, it will give light inside also, it will give light outside. Right? So another name of Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, is, Prabhupada kept it as contents of the Gita summarized. But another name for Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, is Sankhya Yoga. Right? So, Arjuna, all the while before he entered the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he had a dvesham, right, for his Kauravas and enemies. After entering the battlefield of Kurukshetra, it turned into ragam. So both are bad. Raga and Kesha. Right? Both are bad. Raga means attachment. Dvesha means hatred. So that's why later on in Bhagavad Gita, last second chapter, around maybe 60 or 62, Krishna says Raga Dvesha Vishayan Indriyaishchana. Raga Dvesha. Krishna says Raga Dvesha, you should give up. So this Arjuna mostly affected by moha. Right? So we must understand this weakness, moha, is so powerful that it can turn a very powerful person like Arjuna into a very weak person. That's why Krishna here is addressing Arjuna as Klaibyam. Klaibyam means hijada. Eunuch. Clean, Clean means in Sanskrit is hijda, impotent person. So why Krishna is addressing Arjuna as important person? Because
He's weak.
Showing
weakness.
Moham has turned Arjuna, a powerful person, into a weak person. So, because he kept on saying in first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Swajanamahave. Swajanam. Mera admi. Right? So, aham and mama, these two pravrittis, they are actually very, very bad elements. There is one in Mukundamala Stotra, there is one very nice prayer. Jayati Jayati Devo Devaki Nandanoyam Jayati Jayati Krishna Vishnivamsha Pradipaha Jayati Jayati Megha Shamala Komalango Jayati Jayati Krishna Jayati Jayati Krishna Vishnivamsha Pradipaha. So Jayati Jayati Krishna Bhurinasha Mukunda. Bhurinasha Mukunda. So it is mentioned that Krishna appeared to lessen the burden of the earth. In the same way, in our lives, Krishna should appear because the Atma is burdened by these two bhavas. One is aham and there is mama. Aham, mama. My or mera. Right? My or mera. So, these two vrittis, mama and aham, mama, these vrittis, by the time second chapter of Bhagavad Gita we learn, they should be destroyed. Then that means you have understood second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, like you read newspaper. Every day you read newspaper. Like that, you also read Bhagavad Gita. So like that. So that is called understanding Bhagavad Gita. When I have read Bhagavad Gita, so the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Sankhya means completely given. Complete understanding of Atma, Tattva is given. That is why it is called Sankhya Yoga. Right? So, there is Matam and there is Tattva. Right? Matam and Tattva. Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism and all that, they are actually Matam, faith. If we, from Matam, we should transcend, we should travel up to Tattva, truth. Then only there will be use. Otherwise, if somebody is simply attached to Matam, religion, it will only result in fighting with each other, like we fight. Right? Nowadays they fight, Muslims, Christians. They fight each other. Prabhupada writes that even though they fight on the basis of religion, Christian hatred for each other, but none of them, either Muslims, Christians or Hindus, they follow what is given in really in their religious principles. Nobody follows what is there, right? Because they don't understand tattva, right? So that one which changes is dharma. That one which changes is dharma. That one doesn't change is truth, satyam. Right? Satyam. Like when you are a housewife, your dharma is different. One thing. When you are a daughter, your dharma is different. When you go out and work as somebody, dharma as an employer is different. Right? Dharma as a son is different, dharma as a father is different, dharma as a citizen of India is different. So dharma keeps on changing. Something that doesn't change is truth. That is called tattva. Atma tattva. समझ में आ रहा है? It's too difficult. Huh?
Yeah.
You understand? So we are not teaching dharma. We are not teaching matam. We are teaching tattva. So this dharma, something which is dependent, something which is changing, is dependent on something which is not changing. That dharma is dependent on satya. Truth.
Reality, absolute reality.
Yeah. You understand it? Huh? Understand? You are with me? Yeah? See, this is what we are going to teach in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Satya, Atma Tattva. Something in our heart which doesn't change. Right? Something which changes is this body. Something which doesn't change is Atma. That we are going to teach. Right? So for that, Krishna is preparing Arjuna. Right? Vishwam means something which is which means myself and something that world around me. You have to reduce the fan.
Yeah.
Understanding? World means myself and the world around me. Vishwa. I am included. No? So I am introducing two words. Brahmandam and Pindandam. What is that? Brahmandam means this whole universe. Pindandam means my body. Whatever is there in the Brahmandam is there in the body. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Mind, intelligence, possible. It is there in the my body also. That's why Prabhupada, if you read Life Comes from Life, Prabhupada explains in that book that if you study your every body, all of our bodies are as mini universes. This body is a mini universe.
Body, five elements, no?
5 elements, 8 elements. Right? 8 elements. Are you understanding? Our body is a mini universe. Right? So whatever, so if you study about our body, we can understand the Brahmanda. That's why Pindandam, Brahmandam. So So Sankhya means, that's why Prabhupada said, contents of the Gita summarized. Entire Bhagavad Gita is summarized. So we'll have an understanding what is actually the entire world, what is body, what is Atma, everything. Right? So Sankhya means, Vyasa says, Shuddham Atmatatvam Vijnanam Sankhya Viti Vidiyate. Shuddham Atmatatvam Vijnanam. Complete pure knowledge of the Atma Tattva. And Vijnanam also is so when something is dirty, we clean with water. In the same way, Atma is covered by dirt called avidya. Right? Cleaning it is called Sankhya. समझ में आया? शुद्धम आत्मतत्वम विज्ञानम सांख्यम इति अविधीयते. Right? When something is dirty, your table and all, you clean it with water. In the same way, our Atma, is dirtied with the conception of aham mama, I and mine. So when we purify these conceptions of aham mama, then Atma becomes pure. That is called Sankhya Yoga.
Sankhya Yoga.
Sankhya Yoga. That is why whatever mundane principles that apply don't apply in regards with Atma Tattva. Just like all of you like social welfare work, right? Social welfare work. But in Bhagavad Gita, social welfare work is condemned. Why? Because it increases your dirt. You remain dirt in dirt only. Somewhere it is above something. Yeah? Oh, class, I am giving in English.
That's
Huh?
sorry.
Huh?
आंटी आपको समझ आ रहा है?
Auntie के लिए.
आंटी वैसे टीचर भी थी.
Yeah.
टीचर थे ना.
So that is why Krishna tam tata krupaya vishtam ashrupurna kulekshanam vishidantam idam vakyam uvacha madhusudana. As soon as Krishna saw Arjuna crying, Krishna condemned Arjuna. Because Arjuna was thinking, oh, I am showing so much compassion. I'm showing so much compassion. He thought Krishna will appreciate me. Sabash Arjuna. Very nice. You are showing such compassion for your friends and relatives. Pat on your back. Alright? Those people, they distribute, medicines and, they distribute clothes for poor people and all these things. They get medals and all that. They think that, I'm doing something. So Prabhupada gave an example for that. Suppose you are drowning, somebody is drowning in a river. Right? You jump into the river and take out his shirt and say, oh, I saved him. Will you get a medal? Huh? Arey, you should save his body, not the shirt. Like that, serving this body is like saving the shirt, saving the shirt.
Why?
You should serve the, you should,
Inner soul.
inner soul. You should deliver the soul. Right? Because this body, however Prabhupada said, how much ever medicine you may give, after some time,
Effect will go away.
that's why that chala jayega, right? How much ever food you give. Of course, we are not saying don't, if somebody is hungry, don't give food, but you understand the philosophy. Right? When you understand the philosophy, then you can do that. Without understanding, question in the end, note it down. Without understanding this philosophy, don't do social welfare. Right? Understand the philosophy. Then, then you can understand. Then you can do whatever you want. Right? So, you must save the soul. Right? If you save the soul, the body will be automatically saved. Yeah.
I thought we must have the body so that we can keep our soul in form.
That is why Krishna immediately condemned Arjuna. Kutastva kashmalamidam vishamaya samupastitam anadi dustam asavargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. Right? He used 3 words. Anyway. So here, Arjuna's daya is invoked by Swajana Mahave, Swajan, the feeling of possessiveness. So it is not called prema, it is called raga. Prema means which is not contaminated by raga and dvesha. That's why Krishna said, raga dvesha vimuktaistu. You must become free from both. Raga means something which you like. Dvesha means something which we don't like. So you must transcend both. Right? Something material we like, something material we don't like. So moha dushita daya. Arjuna's daya is moha dushita daya. So later on, actually, in first kind Bhagavatam also it is there. 10th kind Bhagavatam is also there. That we should have compassion. Right? So when we Parikshit Maharaj also asked the same benedictions. Then that Malavala in 10th canto, he also asked the same benediction. What are they? 3 benedictions we should ask in front of Krishna. What are they? बोलो मैं बार बोलता थक जा रहे हैं, मैं थक जाता हूँ बोल के, लेकिन आपका मन में नहीं घुसता. बोलो वैकुंठेश्वर. 3 benedictions you must ask in front of Krishna. Number 1, attachment to your lotus feet. Right? Nirantara. Achanchala Vishwas, Achanchala Ashakti. Number 2, friendship with your devotees. Number 3, compassion for all living entities. How many times I must have told, right? You remember? What are the 3 benedictions you should ask? Attachment to the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Number 2, friendship with the devotees. Number 3, compassion for all living entities. What is that compassion? That compassion where we teach people about Krishna consciousness. Right? What I am doing now is compassion for all living entities. Right? I am not teaching you mundane things, social science, history. I am teaching Bhagavad Gita so that your soul will be
Krishna conscious.
elevated. So that is real compassion. So Arjuna, because he was thinking about the bodies of his friends and relatives, that is called dosha purita daya. What is that? Huh? Dosha purita daya means compassion contaminated with the feeling of swajanam. हाँ? क्या अभी हो गया, अभी बोल देना. हाँ? हाँ. So Krishna asked Arjuna, during this time of crisis, how are you became influenced by contamination? Kashmalam, meaning? Kutastva kashmalavidam. Right? Last week we must have heard. No? Krishna is asking Arjuna, how you became contaminated by this kind of contamination at the time of such a crisis, our Kashmalavidam Vishame Samupasthitam. The compassion of Arjuna is described by Krishna in 3 bad words. What are they? Anarya Justam, Aswargyam and Akirtikaram. What are they? Anarya, Akirtikaram, Aswargam. समझ में आया माता जी? आपको समझ? You are understanding? हाँ? हाँ? 3 words. Arjuna, Krishna has described the condition of Arjuna in 3 words. What are they? Anarya, Akirtikaram, Aswargam. Prabhupada many times condemned this concept of Aryan civilization. Prabhupada said Aryan means one who understands Krishna consciousness. He is an Aryan. Not because somebody is born in Bharatvarsha, not because he is born in Germany or Europe. Aryan means one who understands knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, one who understands Atma Tattva, one who understands the values of life, principles. He is an Aryan. That's why, if you were watching Mahabharata, they used to address Ariputra. Ariputra. Right? Ariputra means one who understands Brahmajnana. One who is advanced in Vedic knowledge. He is called Aryan. Not that. These people, Indo-Aryan, they all concocted, various historical nonsense. But anybody who understands Bhagavad Gita, anybody who understands Krishna consciousness is an Aryan. Whether somebody is born in America, when somebody is born in Russia, if somebody is not, even though somebody is born in India or Germany or whatever, but if he doesn't understand Krishna consciousness, when he doesn't understand that I am not this body, then he is not a Aryan. That is why Krishna is condemning Arjuna, Anarya Justam. You are in the bodily concept of life. So you are speaking like an Anarya. Maharaj, are you understand? Yeah. Why Krishna addressed Arjuna as? Anarya. If you are Anarya, then you cannot go to Swarga. Because you are not accepting Vedic principles. Then you will not act piously. then you will not, you cannot go to Swarga. So, in this life itself, you will become infamous because you are going to run away from the battlefield. Samjha? So Bhagavad Gita has to be understood on 3 levels of understanding. Right? I will explain to you. आध्यात्मिक दृष्टि, धार्मिक दृष्टि, भौतिक दृष्टि. आध्यात्मिक दृष्टि means anarya means tattva drishti. You should have tattva drishti. So each and every shloka has to be explained at 3 levels. On 3 levels. Right? One is tattva drishti. Anarya, you because you are not understanding, you are not this body or the soul, because you are not understanding Krishna consciousness, you will not get liberation. That is Adhyatmika Drishti. Asamargyam, always remember Dharma and Niti. Dharma is always remember, whenever we perform some dharmic activities, you will get result only in your next life. When you perform some honest activities, moral activities, you get the result in this life itself. Dharma is meant for your next life. So Asamargyam, if you want to go to Swargaloka, Krishna is later on he will tell, if you fight in this battlefield and then you die, there is a Swarga. Swarga is waiting for you. Anybody who dies in the battlefield, he goes to Swarga. Not that these Musliman log think, they think jihad kiya to 72 hoors. कोई नहीं मिलेगी. That is not. They are misleading actually, innocent Muslims.
The fight between Abraham and all is also.
They will not get hoors in it. The Mudutas are waiting. First of all, those who die in bomb explosions and all, they don't get next body. Unless, especially these suicide bombers and all.
Same applies to people who suddenly die in accidents.
That is why those who die in accidents and Krishna himself says in Garuda Purana, Atmahatya, they have to perform Narayan Bali to become free from the dosha. Then only they will get next body.
What is Narayan Bali? What is Narayan Bali?
Some ritual. Usually it is done in Dwarka or Nasik.
Krishna's big puja, you can say, performed.
Yeah.
Full dedication.
It's called Narayan Bali. Not regular Shraddha Karma, it won't help.
With Haman. With Haman and all that, so that you get the...
Usually they do it in Nasik or Dwarka. We don't have it in Mumbai. Right? Asamargyam, dharmika drishti. Then akirtikaram means in this world you become infamous. That is called So Bhagavad Gita has to be understood at 3 different levels. One is Adhyatmik Drishti, Dharmik Drishti, Bhautik Drishti. Like Ramayana, Ramayana, even the children also they like. Right? So nice stories. Right? Nice stories. So that is Bhautik Drishti. Then later on when we grow up a little bit, the Dharmik Drishti, how Ramchandra acted perfectly like a Dharmik, best son, best friend, best all that, Dharmik Drishti. Then what is secret, secret given in Ramayana is Adhyatmik Drishti, where to understand how Lord Ramchandra is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Purushottama. Right? Uttama Purusha and Purushottama. So Dharmik Drishti means you understand Krishna, Ramchandra is Uttama Purusha. But when you rise above, understand that is why Vishwamitra Muni says, you don't, he told Dasharatha Maharaj, you don't understand who is your son. Alright? First time Vishwamitra Muni was meeting Ramchandra, he did not even meet Ramchandra yet. But Dasharatha Maharaj already brought him up 12 years. But Vishwamitra Muni was chastising Vishwamitra Muni, Dasharatha Maharaj, that you don't understand who is your son. Right? Bharadwaja Muni knows, Vasishtha Muni knows, I know, but you don't know. Because Ramchandra, Dasharatha Maharaj is understanding Ramchandra as Uttama Purusha, but Vishwamitra Muni, they all understood Ramchandra as Purushottama. That is highest level. Bhautik Drishti, Dharmik Drishti, Adhyatmik Drishti. Like that, Krishna is going to explain all the verses. You can actually understand that way. Bhautik Drishti, Dharmik Drishti, Adhyatmik Drishti. Anarya Drishtam, Asavargyam, Akirti. That is why Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Right? Nobody can explain like this.
Very nice.
Adarsham and Aradhya. So, Arjuna was thinking, I am speaking very nicely. Right? But Krishna here, in the 3rd verse, he is condemning Arjuna as Ichada. Cleave, Clibium, cleave. Yeah? So, one Acharya says that Arjuna, Krishna was actually joking. That Arjuna, you all know that just before the war started, Arjuna acted like a cleave, Brahndala, for 1 year.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
For 1 year.
Okay.
Looks like Arjuna, for 1 year you acted like a cleave, हिजड़ा, वेश बदल दिया, लेकिन वो कैरेक्टर में घुस गया लगता है तू, Sometimes these film actors, they say character में घुस गया, they get affected by the roles, even after they come back to normal life, right? So please Arjuna, now you gave up that Vesha, now you gave up that Bhavana also. You give up that Bhavana also. Klaipyam Asma Gamapartha, Naitatva Upapadyati. Kshudram Hridaya Daurbalyam, Jakto Tishti Parantam. Right? Naitatva Upapadyati. Vedas are saying you are Amara, Ajara, Nitya. But you are stuck in bodily conception of life. Right? So this Kshudram, this lowly mentality, please give it up. Kshudram. Right? Then it is not balam, it is weakness. Right? Hridaya Daurbalyam. Hridaya Daurbalyam means weakness of heart. Later on, when you advance in Krishna consciousness, when you are making progress in Krishna consciousness, this one thing, it will remain a very big obstacle. Laya, Jitenji, Laya means sleep. Right? While chanting, while reading Bhagavad Gita, you feel sleepy. You know, it's a great obstacle on our path to Krishna consciousness. Right? Then Laya, then Hridaya Daurbalyam. Hridaya Daurbalyam is weakness of heart. Weakness of heart means you are not supposed to eat outside food. You are not supposed to eat onion garlic. But when you go to Juhu Beach, you are tempted. Yeah? They keep on calling you and come. And then there are so many shops lighted up nicely. Then you remember your past life.
The smell of
That smell. Right? So like we are South Indians, addicted to filter coffee. Whenever previously I used to go around Mumbai so much, so especially regularly I used to go to UDCT and VGT colleges, so I used to pass through Matunga. And as soon as you enter Matunga, the smell of filter coffee. So if you are not strong enough, you are attracted. Right? So that's called Hridaya Daurbalyam, weakness of heart. Laya, Hridaya Daurbalyam. Then Vishaya. One word I am missing. So these are all obstacles on the path of Krishna consciousness. Right? So Krishna was actually indicating, give up this, Hridaya Daurbalyam, weakness of heart. You have to be strong. Sometimes, like after some time, even though once I was traveling Swiss Airlines, one of my devotee friend, he gave a business class ticket. So they treat you very nicely in business class. So that lady, like in Air India, Swiss Airlines is like that. Air India means motherly affection and warm welcome and motherly affection. There is a joke, Air India. Flights are very, very hot. They didn't put on the AC. Last time when I was going to Sharjah, I suffered so much because evening flight and then Air India Express, it was so bad and suffocating, and it's hard. The flight is not taking because they are not giving permission. They are waiting by almost 1.5 hours. And I wanted to go out, and that air hostess was objecting. No, you cannot go out. And I said, I am diabetic and I'm feeling suffocation. So then they allowed me to go a little bit out. Otherwise, they don't let you go out of the aircraft, but they don't switch on the AC also. Then all old ladies, motherly affection. Warm welcome, motherly affection, Air India. Swiss Airways is also like that only. Not warm welcome, it's very nice flights, but all motherly affection. Old ladies, air hostess. So that lady was very worried. You are not eating anything. You will starve to death. And I said, we don't take anything outside food. You want some fruits, you want some coffee, at least you can take coffee. I said, I can take decaf. Okay, I will arrange. So she arranged. She used to give milk and decaf a packet. That also I was not supposed to take, but so she arranged. Then she arranged. I said, I don't want to cut fruits because they'll be using, all knives which are used for. or non-veg. So we travel around, but we don't get tempted to drink coffee or anything because we are little bit overcome that weakness of heart. Otherwise, chalega. So Arjuna, Krishna is telling Arjuna, your swabhavam is parantapa, not Clybium. Not important. Vijla. Your swabhava is parantapa. So that is why uttishta jagrita prapyavaram nibodhata. You heard this? Right? So Vedas, Upanishads, this is Upanishad Vakya. Uttishta jagrita prapyavaram nibodhata. Even this Swami Vivekananda used this, but Uttishta jagrita prapyavaram nibodhata. Uttishta jagrita prapyavaram uttishta, make up, get up, and then be jagrita, be aware, then obtain something which you are supposed to obtain, right? So just like in Tirupati, they do Suprabhatam. Kausalya Suprajaram Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narshadhula Kartavyam Daivamahnikam Uttishta Govinda Uttishta Garudadvaja Uttishta Kamala Kanta Trailokyam Mangalam Kuru. Like that, they sing. So Arjuna, Krishna is doing Suprabhatam for all of us. Right? What does he say? Klaipyam asma gamapatha naitatvai upapadhyate. Actually, your swabhava is parantapa. Whatever is param, that is, whatever is unfavorable to Atma, you can burn it. Tapa means the burning. Param means whatever is unfavorable to Atma, you must burn it. That is why get up and fight. How you are overcome by weakness of heart? Shudram, it's not good. Samribhaya? Shudram Hridaya Daurbalyam Tyakta Tushta Parantapa Uttishta Parantapa. So he is doing Suprabhatam to all of us. To Arjuna and all of us. Get up. Uttishta. Get up. Parantapa. Burn something which is not, all that is not favorable to Atma. Practice Krishna consciousness. Wake up. Come for Mangalarti, Guru Puja. Chant. Sarvai? Difficult today lecture?
Very educative.
Heavy. That's what I told her. It's very heavy. To get inside the head.
You must listen carefully. You understand? Did you understand?
Yeah, that's good.
This is how you must understand Bhagavad Gita. Not that story bata diya hai.
बहुत thick नहीं.
I'm Catholic.
Yeah. I can tell some stories also, but I just gave a little bit of injection. Sorry, that's why I'm speaking in English today. So, yeah. You can hear the lecture again, then you will understand.
Yeah. Second time.
That's what I just thought.
Huh?
अभी दिमाग में वही ख्याल आया था.
Yeah.
learn the deep meaning of the verse.
Yeah, then only you will enjoy it. Any questions?
What you just now said for Parantapa, it is like you have to burn everything.
That is not favorable to Atma. Bad bhavanas.
I
Bad.
am confused between one point, like body is there and Atma is there, but अगर आज body नहीं है तो how will we do? Or
If Atma, suppose Atma leaves the body, what is use?
It is so both are required. No?
So you save the soul, then body is automatically saved. Just like Atma can be saved by giving prasadam. Suppose when you are eating prasadam, it is meant for the soul, not for the body.
But
So if you eat, if you feed prasadam to the soul, automatically the body is saved.
yeah, because if the body is healthy, only can we do some chanting or worship God, Krishna.
Yeah,
Without the
but
body,
suppose
how will
if
you do it?
Atma-
The brain is only not there.
If Atma is pure, it becomes becoming pure. The body is automatically healthy.
And
The body is not going to.
Suppose you wake up for Mangalarti. Prabhupada said, you sleep early. Right? You sleep early. And then you eat whatever on prasadam, whatever you can digest. Right? And then you attend Mangalarti every day. Then you wake up early in the morning. It is always said, the sleep that you get before 12 o'clock, you get rested. You feel rested. But if you sleep after 12 o'clock, 1 hour if you sleep before 12 o'clock, it's equivalent to 2 hours sleep. 1 hour after 12 o'clock is half an hour sleep. Okay? So if you are acting for the welfare of the soul, and then you sleep early, and then you attend Mangalarti, take cold water bath, don't, your health depends on, today there is one doctor, he was discussing the disadvantages of watching reels and then sleeping. Because you may think these reels are not of any knowledge, but the brain thinks, it receives knowledge. So even after sleeping, brain is active, processing these reels. So you get restless sleep, not good sleep. So that is why he is advising, don't watch reels before sleeping. Like that. So there are so many disadvantages, So if your mind is not dirty, if the mind is pure, your health is pure.
your thoughts will be pure.
Thoughts will be pure. Right? So that way, if you are taking care of the soul, the body is
Always going to be
automatically is pure.
Beautiful.
Any reflections?
The 3 layers in which we have to understand Gita is the
Yeah.
most important things.
Yeah.
I think these 3 things are, you can just repeat again.
Bhautik drishti,
Bhakti Krishna is the first.
yeah. Dharmik drishti, Adhyatmik drishti.
Adhyatmik is first or
First, anybody remember,
Highest level is Atma.
highest level is Adhyatmik drishti. That's why Krishna used 3 words. Akirtikaram, Asavargyam, Anarya drishti.
Second chapter is Dvityam and Advityam.
Dvitiyam, Advitiyam. Yeah.
Who makes person weak?
Yeah. Such a strong person, Arjuna, became very weak. Right? Yeah. Dhritarashtra, he had a strength of 1,000 elephants, but he became very weak. Dhritarashtra, because of Putra Moha. Right?
Friendship for all the devotees.
Compassion.
Compassion.
All living entities.
All living entities.
Yeah, not only for human beings. Compassion for all
All living entities.
living entities. Yeah,
So dharma is changing, but
yeah.
we soul never change. Adhyatma.
Truth doesn't change.
Truth doesn't change.
बोलिए एक पॉइंट.
The three obstacles in the path of Krishna consciousness are either daurbalion and the
Sleep.
And the third one is
Vishal.
Vishayasakti.
Yeah, good. Weakness of heart. And then sleeping, you know. While chanting, you know, we feel sleepy,
Yes, that is very true.
right? So we cannot hear the holy name. So while chanting Hare Krishna, we should remember Krishna's pastimes. You know, we should hear the holy name. We should concentrate on the form of the Lord. But if all the time we are sleeping, you know, how can we hear the holy name? माला कभी कभी छूट जाता है हाथ से.
बुक भी खोलते हैं तो वैसे ही.
हाँ?
बुक भी खोलते
Yeah.
हैं थोड़े टाइम में.
तो श्राप है वो जहाँ पे भी कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस कथा होगी वहाँ नींद आती है.
Yeah, वो श्राप है.
किसी का श्राप दिया हुआ ऐसा
Yeah.
कुछ है.
One of our life members' wife, she was suffering from insomnia. She was complaining. I told her, you know, come for class. Bhagavatam class, you will fall asleep. कितना भी माहिर हो, you know, क्लास में आते ही सो जाता है. हमारा एक डिवोटी सोते सोते वो गिर जाता था. मनीषा जी बोलिए एक पॉइंट.
If you cry in front of Krishna is Vishal, he will solve all your problems.
Huh?
Yeah,
Anything?
Aryans are like the one who understand Vedic knowledge. That is like Arjuna. They are called Aryaputra because उन लोग को ये सब जल्दी समझ आता है और जिनको नहीं आता है वो अनाथ.
Yeah.
When you clean your body, it is called Sankhya Yoga.
Clean the soul.
Clean the soul. Clean the soul.
Something is dirty, you clean.
You clean
Like
your soul.
our Atma became dirty by two conceptions. What are they? Huh?
Aham and mama.
Aham and
Mama.
a quick point, one. Huh?
me and myself.
Yeah. I and myself.
Simple like this.
Huh?
1 minute actually.
अब बोलो.
One of the few obstacles in Krishna consciousness, one is sleep and the
Eh,
other is
हो गया, भूल गया.
so rata.
कौन सा लग गया?
Pindambram,
पिंडांडम. Yeah.
whatever in the body is in the universe.
Yeah.
And Brahmandam is the universe.
Yeah.
Small Brahmand is in everybody.
Yeah.
And many years.
Many.
बोलो आप एक पॉइंट बोलो.
Same point of Prabhuji आपने बताया.
हाँ?
मैंने ऐड किया था बाकी सबने बताया.
क्या?
Aham and mama. Aham and mama. That same point. Yes, we should give up that aham and mama.
So moha is something which even made a powerful man like Arjuna weak.
Yeah. Why Krishna did not appreciate Arjuna crying, tam tata kripaya Vishnu? Arjuna was expecting, right? Arjuna was expecting, oh, Krishna
He
will
will praise.
pat on my back. But Krishna is condemning him. Why?
Kill nothing.
Weak heart, I know weakness.
Because his compassion is contaminated by
Moha.
Swajanam.
मैं
Swajanasakti. Yeah?
मेरे
Yeah.
माता पिता मेरे गुरु
अपने प्रियजनों से.
Hare Krishna. ठीक है, लाके रख देना, मैं बाहर में आ जाऊँ. जस्ट वन और टू. और मूडी है क्या? ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, बंद कर दो.
Let us all thank Hare Krishna. Say chant Hare Krishna 3 times and thank Rambu Prabhuji for enlightening our soul.
हाँ सही है.
Hare
Hare Krishna.